Chapter 1 Yang Wu. You are listening at MTnovel.audio. Written before the book, when this book just started, Goldfinger was not particularly good, and accidental deaths continued during the simulation experience. Fortunately, it was improved a lot later with the suggestions of book friends, and finally set a maximum time of 100 times. This is a simulated experience, please be patient. There are also areas where there is a clear conflict with the original text, as well as typos. You can leave a message directly and make corrections as soon as you see it. June 9th, around 3 p.m. One middle school. At this time, a dense crowd of students and parents had gathered outside the school gate, and everyone had expectations and worries on their faces, because their children are taking the most important exam in their lives at school. Although mankind has gone through a difficult period of nirvana, countless human beings have been killed. However, after regaining some strength, Huaxia quickly resumed this important exam. At this time, in a corner outside the campus, several people were chatting. One of them was a lean and muscular man over 1.9 meters tall, with a hideous scar on his face. Because of the strong men, the space around them was not as crowded as other places. Dad, Mom, Brother Yang, after my brother comes out of the exam, we must go and celebrate. A thin young man in a wheelchair with sickly fair skin said with a smile. Okay. When Xiaofeng comes out, let's go out to eat together. The boy's mother, a middle-aged woman, said equally happily. The middle-aged man next to him also nodded. Their family usually doesn't eat out a few times throughout the year, but today is the day when their son's exams are over, and since his son's friends are here, it's appropriate to eat out. No problem, Ahua, what do you want to eat later? I'll treat you, Brother Yang. Yang Wu, standing next to the three of them, said with the same smile. Although Yang Wu had agreed to treat him, he knew very well that he would not be able to finish the meal today. Because the young man named Luo Feng in the examination room is about to start his journey to becoming a strong man, Yang Wu sighed slowly in his heart while chatting with the three people. He is actually a time traveler. 3 years ago, Yang Wu traveled to this world after he died in an accident because of his bravery, and the current world is exactly a novel that he has read more than 10 times before, Devouring Starry Sky. This world is vast, full of strong people, and infinitely wonderful, but these seem to have nothing to do with Yang Wu. 3 years ago, Yang Wu was very excited when he learned that he had traveled to the world of Devouring Starry Sky and became a supporting role in the early stage. He originally thought that he had become a protagonist, could explore the boundless universe, and appreciate the endless splendor of this world. Unfortunately, 3 years of reality made him completely understand that people without talent can hardly make a move in this world. In fact, Yang Wu's talent is not bad. Now, he is also one of the senior students of the Extreme Martial Arts School, and he has basically reached the bottom line of a martial artist. Such a talent is naturally an object of envy in the eyes of ordinary people in this world. After all, the vast majority of ordinary people will not be able to become warriors in their lifetime, and Yang Wu is only 24 years old now. However, if such talent were placed in the vast universe, it would be insignificant. If Yang Wu remembered correctly, the Blue Star people's bloodline should be ranked 9th in the universe, almost at the bottom. Since he never waited for his golden finger, Yang Wu chose another path, the eternal path of Luo Feng's friend Wei Wan in the original work. During the past 3 years, Yang Wu practiced hard, and after meeting Luo Feng, he continued to guide him in his cultivation. After 3 years, the relationship between Yang Wu and Luo Feng was not much better than that of Wei Wan, but it was almost the same. It's a pity that after today, Luo Feng's strength will surpass him. However, starting from today, Yang Wu can lie down, relying on the relationship with Luo Feng, as long as he carefully avoids the next few disasters encountered on the Blue Star and becomes an immortal god with an eternal lifespan. It is basically a certainty. At this moment, the school doors suddenly opened, but at this time, it is clear that there is still an hour and a half before the end of the exam. Could it be that some candidates gave up on themselves and handed in their papers early? Under the watchful eyes of all the parents, a teacher appeared at the school gate. Are the parents of Luo Feng, a senior class 5 student in the number 1 middle school, here? Are the parents of Luo Feng, a senior class 5 student in the number 1 middle school, here? As soon as he appeared at the door, the teacher shouted loudly with a small loudspeaker. Honghua, this teacher seems to be calling Xiao Feng's name. Gong Xinlan said with some worry, it's only been an hour since the exam. Could it be that something happened to Xiao Feng? That's Xiao Feng's name. Luo Hongwa also had a worried look on his face. Dad, Mom, let's go there quickly, don't make the teacher wait impatiently. At this time, Luo Hua, who was sitting in a wheelchair, was surprisingly calm. Yes, although Yang Wu knew very well what happened, he still said to the three of them, Uncle, Aunt, let's go over first and talk about it first. Yes. Go first. Gong Xinlan said quickly, Hongguo, Pusha Hua. I'll do it. Yang Wu walked over directly, a group of 4 people hurriedly walked towards the door. Please give way, we are Luo Feng's family members. Yang Wu shouted loudly while pushing Luo Hua. Hearing Yang Wu's shout, a group of parents outside the school gave way one after another, but they were talking among themselves. What's wrong with this student? The teachers are out. Is it possible that you made a mistake and got caught? Not long after life has stabilized, today's students are starting to fail in their studies. Alas. That's not right. This classmate named Luo Feng is said to be a good student in school with both good conduct and academic performance. He seems to be a senior student in the martial arts school. Amid everyone's discussion, Yang and Wu quickly came to the teacher. Seeing Yang Wu approaching the school gate, the warrior in charge of the on-site security commander quietly moved closer to the campus gate. Teacher, we are Luo Feng's family members. What happened to Xiao Feng? Gong Xinlan asked anxiously as soon as she walked to the school gate. This family member, please don't worry. The invigilator said comfortingly. Student Luo Feng suddenly fainted in the examination room just now. We have already contacted the ambulance. The ambulance is on the way now. Your family members should make preparations in advance. How could this happen? Xiao Feng was fine, so how could he suddenly faint? Could it be that the previous headache recurred? Gong Xinlan was very worried. His son Luo Feng has suffered from headaches since he was a child. He has occasional headaches every day and has even been in coma several times, but after going to the hospital for a checkup, nothing was wrong at all. Now that she heard the news that her son was in coma, Gong Xinlan immediately thought of her son's headache. Uncle and Aunt, don't worry too much. Yang Wu stood behind Luo Hua and said, we don't know exactly what happened now, so let's wait until the ambulance comes. Although he was a little scared when he saw Yang Wu's appearance, the teacher still comforted him. The family member is right. You should prepare well and wait for the ambulance to come together. Dee dee, accompanied by a long beep, an ambulance drove over from a distance. Yang Wu was about to take the 3 people into the car, but was stopped by a heavily armed police officer at the school gate. Parents, the examination room is an important area and is not allowed to enter. You should wait for the ambulance to come out before going up. After saying that, the other party waved his hand again and said to the 2 people who were about to get on the car to check, it's important to save people, you can check with the car. Let go. After the 2 inspectors got into the ambulance, the man waved and ordered. Chapter 2 Winning Over. You are listening at MTnovel. Inside a hospital in Ian District, Yang Wu was chatting with Luo Feng who had just woken up. Brother Yang, I really trouble you today. Luo Feng, who had just finished comforting his parents, thanked Yang Wu. Brothers, what are you talking about? Yang Wu's face was very calm, but he secretly thought in his heart, even if I want to help you again in the future, I'm afraid I won't have a chance. Yeah. Luo Feng grinned. A phone. A voice came from afar. Yang Wu looked back and saw a figure running over from a distance. It was Luo Feng's close friend and future immortal god, Wei Wen. Seeing that Wei Wen's body was wet with sweat, Yang Wu couldn't help but sigh. In fact, Luo Feng was very popular in school, and his classmates often asked him for advice on various martial arts issues, but after Luo Feng was hospitalized, apart from his family, only Wei Wen really cared about Luo Feng. It's no wonder that Wei Wen became an immortal with an eternal lifespan. As for Yang Wu, he still had some purpose in befriending Luo Feng. However, for the sake of eternal life, don't be shabby. Wei Wen is here, let's chat, it's time for me to go to work. Yang Wu knew that Luo Feng was still thinking about going to the military academy, so he didn't point it out and prepared to say goodbye and leave. After all, he has his own things to do. Brother Yang, thank you so much for today. I'll treat you to dinner in a few days. Luo Feng knew that Yang Wu still had something to do, so he didn't try to persuade him to stay. Okay, I will wait for you. After Yang Wu finished speaking, he greeted Wei Wen and Luo Feng's family who had just arrived, then said goodbye and left. Starting from today, when I pass the warrior assessment, I can start my own salty life. While walking on the road, Yang Wu had already planned his life. In fact, he has almost reached the basic physical fitness of a warrior now. During the assessment a few days ago, he failed just because his speed was a little behind. Passing the assessment next month is a matter of inseparability. After becoming a warrior, you can find a better job in the base city. As for the wilderness areas, whoever wants to go there can go. Without the golden finger, the speed at which I can practice hard cannot keep up with Luo Feng's cheating speed. Yang Wu and Luo Feng have become close friends, which is equivalent to buying an insurance for their future. What they have to do now is to wait for the insurance to take effect. If he encountered danger in the wilderness area and died unexpectedly, Yang Wu would have no place to cry. You know, even if you can reverse time and space and resurrect, your lifespan must be long enough. Although he was thinking, Yang Wu's speed was not slow at all. 10 minutes later, he had arrived at a very famous bar in Ian district. Hello, Brother Yang. Hello, Brother Yang. Yes. Yang Wu nodded slightly, and walked into the bar hall amidst the greetings of the two bodyguards at the door of the bar. Watching Yang Wu walk into the bar, one of the tall bodyguards had a look of envy on his face. Brother Yang lives a really cool life. He comes here every night and makes an income of tens of thousands of yuan a month. Hee, if you can defeat 6 thugs with the strength of senior martial arts students by yourself, you can also get such treatment. Another bodyguard grinned at the side. If I had such strength, I would stop working in the bar and find a big family to join me. Wouldn't it be much safer than here? The tall bodyguard said with a self-deprecating smile. What you are thinking is beautiful. Among 1,000 people, can there be one senior student? Not to mention a senior student like Brother Yang who is infinitely close to a warrior. Although the world has changed a lot today, human physical fitness has improved a lot. However, most people spend their entire lives with physical fitness at the level of junior students. There are only a handful of people who can become senior students in martial arts schools. That's right. I heard that Brother Yang's physical fitness has reached the standards of a warrior. Do you think that after Brother Yang becomes a warrior, will he come to work here again? The tall bodyguard seemed to be particularly interested in things between warriors. I don't know about this. Another bodyguard shook his head and said, however, if I become a warrior, I will definitely go to the wilderness area to hunt monsters. If I kill a monster casually, I will get millions in my account. It is not as good as here. Is it much better to work in a bar? Yes. As long as you become a warrior, you will be popular and drink hot food. The tall bodyguard nodded with an expression of approval. Then he clenched his fists and said, one day, I will also become a warrior. Although Yang Wu had already entered the bar hall, his physical fitness was almost up to the standards of a warrior, but he still heard the discussion of the two bodyguards at the door. The popular drink is spicy. Just hunt a monster and you'll get millions. Yang Wu smiled helplessly in his heart. This is what ordinary people know about warriors. However, how can a warrior be so comfortable? A monster costs millions, and that is at least a beast-level monster. As for the beast-level monsters that ordinary warrior-level warriors can kill, the materials on one monster are only a few thousand yuan. If a junior warrior-level warrior did not join a powerful warrior team and worked hard in the wilderness area for a year, he would probably be able to earn 1.8 million. Moreover, the death rate of warriors is extremely high. Even in the initial actual combat assessment of prospective warriors, the casualty rate of warriors exceeded 30%. As for warriors in the wilderness area, the casualty rate was even higher. Even war god level warriors may fall. let alone ordinary warrior-level warriors. Therefore, warriors who enter and leave the wilderness area are always on the edge of death. Every time they return to the base city, it can be regarded as a new life. As for Luo Feng's experience in the original work, that's the only one. There is only one such person in the entire universe. Yang Wu originally thought that he would be the second one, but now he understands that he should be one of countless ordinary people. Oh, you're here. A middle-aged man wearing a fine suit came over. It was the bar owner, Wang Zijin. In the bar, he was the only one who could directly call Yang Wu by his name. Brother Wang. Yang Wu bowed slightly. Although Wang Zijin is a little weaker in strength, he is from the Wang family. Although he is only a side branch, with the support of the Wang family, Wang Zijin can be regarded as a figure in Yangzhou City. He owns many properties and has assets of over 100 million, and Yang Wu worked under Wang Zijin. Oh, I heard that you took the quasi-martial artist exam a few days ago and almost passed it, Wang Zijin asked with a smile. He was still very concerned about this capable man under his command. Yes. Yang Wu replied, my strength and nerve reaction speed have passed the test, but my speed is still a little worse. I was unlucky during the test, only 24.8 meters per second. For the quasi-martial artist assessment, the speed requirement is 25 meters per second. Is it just this far? Then I should be able to pass it next month. Wang Zijin sighed. In this way, oh, you don't have to come to work for the next month. I will pay you your salary, and you can work at home without any worries. Just physical fitness is enough. How can this be done? Yang Wu quickly waved his hand and refused. Although Yang Wu has a good relationship with Wang Zijin, he still makes a clear distinction between public and private affairs. It's nothing, it's just a small amount of money. Wang Zijin said with a smile, if you feel a little sorry, oh, how about joining our Wang family after you become an official warrior? Prince Jin has already begun to recruit Yang Wu. In fact, an ordinary warrior-level warrior is nothing to the Wang family. But for him, Prince Jin, it was already a big help. What's more, Yang Wu also has a very wide network of contacts, and even he has some friends who are warriors. If Yang Wu, who has become a warrior, joins the Wang family to support him, his Prince Jin's status in the Wang family will definitely improve a lot. Brother Wang, I need to think about this. Yang Wu said cautiously. In fact, if you don't plan to go to the wilderness area, joining the Wang family is a good choice. Prince Jin is a good person, at least he won't cheat him. Okay. Oh, you can contact me at any time if you decide. Wang Zijin said with a smile, and then left the bar. He has many properties under his control. When he came to the bar today, he was specifically waiting for Yang Wu. Now that everything that needs to be said has been said, it is natural to leave. Chapter 3 Family. You are listening at MTnovel. After Prince Jin left, Yang Wu found a free box and sat in it. As the boss of the bar's security force and a senior student of the martial arts school, naturally no one would bother Yang Wu. Sitting in the box, Yang Wu thought quietly. Yang Wu, who has been a man for 2 generations, is naturally very clear about Wang Zijin's plan. However, Yang Wu didn't feel any disgust at all. Prince Jin is quite a good person. 3 years ago, when Yang Wu first traveled to this world, he was in the hospital. At that time, Yang Wu was seriously injured and hospitalized because he had a conflict with thugs from other places while guarding the bar. The scar on Yang Wu's face was left from that conflict. As for Wang Zijin, he first paid several personal visits, and then reimbursed all the treatment expenses and various nutritional expenses. Afterwards, all the injured were rewarded with a sum of money. Of course, the most money was given to Yang Wu. It was because of this that Yang Wu, who had traveled through time, did not choose to leave the bar after his body recovered, but continued his job. However, if you join the Wang family, although the benefits will be much higher, the constraints you will be subject to will definitely be much greater than if you were just working part-time. Moreover, he will definitely join in some battles by then, which will run counter to Yang Wu's salted fish plan. In the final analysis, Yang Wu's talent is not enough. If he could have God of War level strength, he wouldn't have so many problems to contend with. After thinking for a long time, Yang Wu didn't come up with a final result. He could only take it one step at a time anyway. Luo Feng's rise was very short. No matter what, if he really encountered trouble that he couldn't solve by then, he would have no choice but to shamelessly ask Luo Feng for help. After staying in the bar for a while, Yang Wu got up and went home at 9 o'clock in the evening. Yang Wu's family was originally in a low-rent housing community, but after Yang Wu traveled through time 3 years ago, he used the rewards given to him by Wang Zijin and various reimbursements, plus some savings from the family, to finally get a house. Located in a mid-range neighborhood, Lanta Community, this is the name of the community where Yang Wu's family is now located. As a mid-range residential area, Lanta Community's land utilization rate is naturally not as tight as that of the original low-rent housing community. There are also some green areas and small gardens in the community. Taking the elevator, Yang Wu quickly returned to his home on the 26th floor. Click. Yang Wu turned the key, opened the door and walked in. Brother. A young man was doing homework in the hall. When he saw Yang Wu coming in, he shouted happily. The boy is Yang Wu's younger brother Yang Fan, who is still in the 3rd grade of junior high school. Yang Wu also has a sister, Yang Yun, who is married and has a family. Hearing the boy's shout, a middle-aged couple walked out of the room. Oh, is back. Have you eaten? There is still food in the kitchen. I'll heat it up for you. The middle-aged woman said with a smile. Dad, Mom. I really haven't eaten yet today, I'm almost starving to death. Yang Wu looked at his parents, Yang Yuanda and Lu Yuhua. Then just wait. Lu Yuhua said with a smile, Mom, go and heat up the rice. That the fact that their family is able to live in such a mid-range community is all due to the efforts of the eldest son. Although she couldn't do anything else, she could still do it so that her son would have a hot meal to eat when he returned home. Yang Wu couldn't help but smile. After traveling through 3 years, he had completely integrated into this family. Father, mother, sister, brother, everyone cares about him very much. This feeling is very good. Thinking of this, Yang Wu couldn't help but think of his parents in his previous life. I don't know how my original parents are doing now after I traveled through time. Fortunately, he still has an older brother, and his parents are not left homeless. Oh, didn't you go to see Xiaofeng take the college entrance examination today? How did he do in the exam? While his mother was going to heat up the meal, Yang Yuanda came over and asked. He also knew a little about his son's friend Luo Feng. Luo Feng had also been to Yang Wu's house several times. Yang Fan next to him also quickly pricked up his ears and listened. Apart from his second brother Yang Wu, the person Yang Fan admires the most is Luo Feng. Although he came from an ordinary family, he was able to become a senior student in a martial arts school and high school. This was an achievement that even his second brother Yang Wu could not achieve. Yang Fan's goal is Luo Feng. Of course, Yang Wu didn't know about this. If he knew, he would be shocked by his brother's great goal. Feng encountered some problems in the exam today. During the math test, he fainted in the exam room. Yang Wu shook his head and said calmly. Ah! Yang Fan exclaimed from the side and quickly asked, Second brother, is brother Feng okay? It's nothing serious. When I came back from the hospital, Feng was already awake and about to be discharged. Yang Wu nodded and replied. That's good. Yang Fan took a breath and said softly, It's just, brother Feng is unconscious in the examination room. I'm afraid he hasn't finished the test paper. What will happen to the test results? You still care about others. Yang Yuanda gently slapped Yang Fan on the side and scolded with a smile. Even if Xiaofeng took one less exam, his score would be much better than Qin. Look at you, you know how to practice martial arts every day, you get distracted when it's time to study, and if you continue like this, I'm afraid you won't even be able to go to a junior college in 3 years. Second brother didn't go to college at the beginning, isn't he living a good life now? I don't go to college either, I want to be a warrior. Yang Fan retorted. I won't let you go to college. I won't let you go to college. Yang Yuanda suddenly took action and slapped Yang Fan several times, but not very hard. Go and do your homework quickly. If you can't finish your homework today, look at me. I won't peel off your skin. Yang Fan had no choice but to hide aside and continue doing his homework, but he kept listening to the conversation between Yang Wu and Wu. After scolding Yang Fan, Yang Yuanda asked Yang Wu worriedly, "Oh, Xiaofeng's exam should be fine. Didn't this kid say he plans to take the exam for the military academy? I don't know if he can still pass it." Military academy? University? Yang Wu secretly laughed in his heart. What kind of university should I go to? I'm afraid you don't know that in 4 years, Luo Feng will be able to seize the golden horn beast. But of course Yang Wu couldn't say that. Dad, don't worry, there should be no problem. Besides, Luo Feng is still young, at most he will have to repeat his studies for another year. At this moment, Lu Yuhua suddenly shouted in the kitchen, "Yuanda, the food is hot, please help me carry it." Yang Yuanda quickly stood up and walked to the kitchen, and Yang Wu also hurriedly followed. Entering the restaurant, Yang Wu saw a table full of food. Although my parents and younger brother had already had dinner, more than half of each plate was left. Meanwhile, a large amount of rice is placed in the pot. Yang Yuanda and others knew that Yang Wu's usual practice required a lot of energy, so he would leave more than half of his meals every time, except for Yang Fan who ate more for his long body. Yang Yuanda and his wife ate very little. Even when they were hungry, they ate more. If Yang Wu had eaten dinner, these meals would become breakfast for the family of for the next day. Although living conditions are much better now, Yang Wu's parents are still unwilling to waste any food. He and his father brought the food to the table. After his parents refused to eat more, Yang Wu began to enjoy his dinner. Watching Yang Wu eating, Yang Fan on the side was also doing homework quietly. Yang Yuanda and Lu Yuhua glanced at each other, with happy smiles on their faces. Chapter 4 Time Simulator. You are listening at MTnovel.audio. For the next period of time, Yang Wu did not go to the bar to watch the show again. Of course, Yang Wu did not accept Wang Zijin's good intention of paying his salary as usual. After 3 years, Yang Wu still had some savings, except for having dinner with Luo Feng once. Yang Wu has always been on the same page, going to the extreme martial arts gym to practice during the day and going home to rest at night. In this way, time quickly came to July 1st. Early in the morning that day, Yang Wu had already met up with Luo Feng, and the two of them arrived at the Extreme Martial Arts headquarters in Yangzhou City, the Extreme Club. Yang Wu, you're here again. What, are you sure you'll pass the quasi-martial artist exam this time? An old man with gray hair walked out of the lounge at the entrance of the community. He was holding a handheld computer and said to Yang Wu with a smile, "Old Wang." Seeing the old man coming out, Yang Wu handed over his ID card and senior student certificate and greeted him. "Who is this young man?" The old man surnamed Wang looked at Luo Feng and asked with a surprised look on his face. "Mr. Wang, this brother of mine is also here to take the quasi-martial arts examination. He just graduated from high school. How about it? Such geniuses are rare." After saying that, Yang Wu said to Luo Feng, "Feng, please bring out your ID and senior student certificate. You must check before you can enter." Luo Feng quickly took out his ID and handed it to Yang Wu. The old man surnamed Wang took the certificate from Yang Wu's hand again and slid it on the handheld computer. "Yang Wu, you guys have to work hard. If you can't pass this time, you have to wait until February next year if you want to take the actual combat assessment." The old man reminded kindly. "Thank you, Mr. Wang, for reminding me. I have made a lot of progress this time and should be able to pass." Yang Wu said with a smile. "Okay, you go in." The old man surnamed Wang waved his hand, and the electric gate of the community opened automatically. Yang Wu had already been to the assessment place several times, so he quickly brought Luo Feng to the lobby of the guild hall. "Yang Wu, you are here too." Seeing Yang Wu and Wu walking into the hall, a bearded man sitting on the sofa stood up with a smile. "Aren't you here too?" Yang Wu walked over with Luo Feng, stretched out his right hand and shook his hand tightly. Then Yang Wu pointed at Luo Feng and introduced the bearded man. "Luo Feng, my good brother, is now even stronger than me." Yang Wu and Luo Feng had competed before. As expected, Luo Feng's strength had surpassed Yang Wu's after experiencing the coma in the college entrance examination. Yang Wu said to Luo Feng again, "Luo Feng, this is Tongguan, he was born in the army, and his strength is quite good. Brother Tong. Luo Feng nodded. I remember that in the original work, during the assessment of prospective warriors, Yang Wu and Tong Guan had a little quarrel, but after Yang Wu traveled through time, his personality changed a lot and he became friends with Tong Guan. As time passed, there were more and more people in the hall. When the quasi-martial artist assessment was about to begin at 10 o'clock, 8 senior students who came to take part in the assessment had already gathered in the lobby, led by a middle-aged man wearing loose training clothes. Yang Wu and 8 others took the elevator to the 6th floor. The 6th floor is a large martial arts training hall. At this time, there are more than a dozen martial arts practitioners gathered in the martial arts training hall who are chatting. One of them is the instructor of Ian District, Jiang Nian. Jiang Nian and others gathered around a middle-aged man with long hair. Yang Wu knew that he was Wu Tong, the owner of the Extreme Club and the chief instructor of the Extreme Martial Arts School in Yangzhou City. Okay, everyone is here, get ready to start the test. Wu Tong ordered. The middle-aged man wearing loose training clothes collected the identity documents of Yang Wu and others, and then handed them to Wu Tong. Boss, there are 8 people today. There are quite a lot of people. I wonder how many of them can pass. That Wu Tong smiled, then took out an ID card and swiped it casually on the opened instrument next to it. Drop. A large amount of personal information immediately appeared on the instrument. Now for the first test, the boxing strength test. Wu Tong said calmly, I believe you have all understood the process in advance. I won't say more. The first one is Tongguan. Arrive. Tongguan, a strong man with a beard, quickly took 2 steps forward, stood in front of the boxing strength testing machine, and punched it fiercely. The number immediately appeared on the screen of the boxing strength testing machine, 986 kilograms. Come on, next, Luo Feng. Chief Instructor Wu Tong continued to shout. Come on, next, Bai Yang. The last one, Yang Wu. After Wu Tong shouted, he smiled and added, Yang Wu, you should be sure to pass the test this time. That Wu Tong still had a good impression of the young man in front of him who had brought him tea several times. In fact, as a general-level warrior, Wu Tong did not lack the money to buy tea. What he cared more about was Yang Wu's heart. Chief Instructor, I do have some confidence this time. Yang Wu said modestly. In the original work, Yang Wu also passed the test at this time, so there is no reason why he couldn't pass it. Okay, let's start the test. Wu Tong didn't say anything more. Yang Wu stood in front of the boxing strength testing machine, exerted force on his waist, and then punched out with his right fist, hitting the target. Yang Wu's score, 1,094 kilograms, was immediately displayed on the display. Pass. Wu Tong said with a smile, the next item is a speed test. Yang Wu, you have to work hard. Yang Wu had been tested before, so Wu Tong knew very well that Yang Wu was slower in speed. One person failed the boxing strength test, so there were only 7 people left to take the speed assessment, but Yang Wu happened to be ranked first. Boom. Yang Wu suddenly stepped on the ground, his speed exploded, and after accelerating, he rushed through the speed test area at an extremely fast speed. Yang Wu, it seems you have improved a lot during this time. Seeing Yang Wu's results, Jiang Nian, an instructor from Ian District, laughed heartily. There are a total of 12 districts in Yangzhou City, and there are 12 instructors like him in the Extreme Martial Arts Gym. Now that Yang Wu has passed the speed test and becomes a martial artist, it is already a certainty. Every time a martial artist appears in the area he is responsible for, he will be able to obtain a certain martial arts gym contribution value. If coupled with Luo Feng, who had just passed the boxing test, they might be able to have 2 new warriors appear in Ian District this time, and of course he would be happy. Yang Wu looked back at the display screen, 26.2 meters per second. Finally a little stronger than in the original work. Yang Wu let out a sigh of relief. In my memory, the original Yang Wu passed the speed test completely. 3 years later, Yang Wu had been practicing hard, but he discovered that his growth in strength was no different from that of Yang Wu in the original work. How could Yang Wuqing, a time traveler, be embarrassed like this? Now, it's finally over a point. Next, 2 more people were eliminated in the speed test, and in the final nerve reaction speed test, only 5 people were left to participate. In the nerve reaction speed test, the first person to be tested was Tongguan, a bearded man. Unfortunately, he did not pass the assessment. Seeing that Tongguan was a little disappointed, Yang Wu walked over and comforted, "Old Tong, you have made great progress this time. You will definitely pass next time. You kid, you are just making sarcastic remarks. You have passed the speed test. This nerve reaction speed test will definitely not be a problem for you." Seeing Yang Wu walk in, Tongguan scolded with a smile. "I'm just lucky. I'm just a few days ahead of you. With your strength, I'm afraid you won't be able to pass the quasi-martial artist test. It's just one more time." Yang Wu continued to console him. "The last one, Yang Wu." At this moment, Chief Instructor Wu Tong's voice rang. "I'm going to take the assessment first." After Yang Wu finished speaking, he quickly walked towards the neural response testing machine. "Come on!" Tongguan shouted loudly. "Brother Yang, come on!" Luo Feng, who had completely passed the test, also shouted. With a gesture towards the two of them, Yang Wu strode into the red circle. 1 minute later. 60 seconds, hit 26 times, no red light touched, qualified, passed. Chief Instructor Wu Tong said. After reporting the results, Wu Tong showed a smile on his face. "Yes, Yang Wu, congratulations, you have finally become a quasi-martial artist." "Thank you, Chief Instructor." But when Yang Wu heard that he had passed the examination, his expression was very excited, but his words were a little perfunctory. Wu Tong thought it was because Yang Wu had just passed the exam and didn't care, but what no one knew was that Yang Wu was excited for another reason, because the golden finger that he thought would never appear finally appeared. "The time simulator has been loaded. Do you want to activate it?" In Yang Wu's mind, a mechanical sound sounded quietly. Chapter 5 Simulation. You are listening at MTnovel.audio. System. Yang Wu was stunned when he heard the mechanical voice in his mind. He had traveled through time for 3 years and was about to lie down, but the system came out. "Brother Yang." Luo Feng's voice sounded, and Yang Wu came back to his senses. "Hey, Yang Wu, you kid is so happy that you are stupid." Tongguan also shouted at the side. Tongguan's shout also made everyone in the hall focus on Yang Wu. In this way, Yang Wu naturally could not study the system that appeared in his mind immediately. I just passed the quasi-martial artist exam, I'm a little too happy." Yang Wu said with a smile. At the same time, Yang Wu was also thinking secretly in his heart. Loading completed. It has been exactly 3 years since I came to this world. Could it be that this so-called time simulator is loaded according to the passage of time? Jiang Nian, an instructor from the Ian District Martial Arts School, came over and said with a smile, "Yang Wu, don't get too complacent too soon. The warrior's actual combat assessment will be on August 1st. At that time, we will go to the human base to hunt monsters outside the city. Only after the actual combat assessment can you become a true warrior." Although Jiang Nian said this, he had already determined in his heart that Yang Wu would definitely be able to pass the quasi-warrior examination, because, this time, 2 senior students in their Ian district passed the quasi-martial arts examination, Yang Wu and Luo Feng. When the actual combat assessment is held on August 1st, 2 people can form a team. If they fail to pass the assessment, then their strength will be too poor. "I understand." Yang Wu nodded. "Okay, this time the quasi-martial artist assessment, a total of 3 people have passed, namely Yang Wu, Luo Feng, and Bai Yang." Chief Instructor Wu Tong smiled at the side and said, "The next step is to sign the actual combat assessment contract. I have something else to do. Jiang Nian, Yan Gan, and you 2 can help me with it." "Yes, Chief Instructor." Jiang Nian and another fat old man quickly replied respectfully. After the Chief Instructor Wu Tong and a man with silver hair and black robes left, Yang Wu and the others signed a contract under the leadership of Jiang Nian and others. The contract is very simple. It mainly means that if there is accidental death or disability during the actual combat assessment of the warrior, the Extreme Martial Arts School will not be responsible. After Yang Wu and the others signed the contract, Jiang Nian smiled and said, you 3, there is still 1 month left before the actual combat assessment. The time is very tight. You must prepare well. If it is not possible, you can also find acquaintances during the assessment. It's safer to move together with other warriors. Jiang Nian's words were actually meant for Yang Wu and Luo Feng. Whether these two people could become official warriors was related to his contribution. And this. Jiang Nian walked to the computer keyboard aside and quickly pressed some keys. An article, Gene Energy Cultivation Method, soon appeared on the huge computer screen. This 5 hearts to heaven cultivation method is the only method on the entire earth that cultivates the original energy of genes. You can try to practice it this month. If you can succeed, your strength will be greatly improved. Yes. Yang Wu and the others quickly read and memorized this article carefully. After a while, Jiang Nian said, "Okay, today's quasi-warrior assessment ends here. You 3 can go home. Well, don't forget the actual combat assessment on August 1st. If you forget, you will have to wait until February next year to take the assessment again." "Yes, instructor." Yang Wu and the other 3 immediately turned around and left the martial arts hall together. "My name is Bai Yang, and I am from Jiangnan First Military Academy." Bai Yang shook hands with Yang Wu and Luo Feng at the entrance of Mingyue community. "Nice to meet you too." Luo Feng also smiled and said, "My name is Luo Feng, and this is Yang Wu. We are both from the Extreme Martial Arts School in Ian District. Brother Luo Feng has just turned 18 and has become a warrior. He will definitely have a bright future in the future." Bai Yang said with a smile on his face, "It is fate that the 3 of us can pass the test together today. Why don't we find someone together? Let's celebrate in a restaurant." Yang Wu was anxious to study his golden finger, so how could he still think about going to dinner together? So he apologized, "Sorry, I still have some things to deal with. I really don't have time today. Why don't we meet up another day?" "Okay then. Brother Luo Feng, where are you?" Bai Yang looked at Luo Feng expectantly. In fact, Bai Yang didn't pay much attention to Yang Wu. What he really wanted to make friends with was Luo Feng, a genius who became a warrior at the age of 18. "Brother Bai, I promised my family before that I would go home and report immediately after the assessment." Luo Feng also refused. "Okay, let's get together again when we have the chance." Bai Yang wasn't too disappointed when he didn't get an appointment. The most important thing in the journey of a warrior is to look at yourself, and everything else is auxiliary. In this way, Yang Wu and Luo Feng said goodbye to Bai Yang, returned to Ian District together, and then went home separately. After returning home, Yang Wu told his family the news that he had passed the examination. After celebrating, Yang Wu returned to his room. "System." Yang Wu called in his heart. "It has been detected that the host has officially become a warrior. Do you want to activate the time simulator?" A mechanical voice came again. "Activate." Yang Wu sat on the bed, took a deep breath, and chose to activate the simulator. After activating the simulator, a virtual panel suddenly appeared in front of Yang Wu. "The time simulator has been activated. Current number of simulations, 1. Do you want to start the simulation immediately?" Sims. Yang Wu thought about the role of his golden finger. After thinking about it, Yang Wu got up and walked out of the room. After telling his family that he wanted to practice with peace of mind, he returned to the room. After everything was ready, Yang Wu couldn't wait to choose yes. "Yes." Suddenly, a line of text appeared on the panel in front of Yang Wu. The characters in the Sims are created by the simulator itself, and the memory is different from that of the host. The host should be careful when operating. Please select the personality of the simulated character. 1. Prudence. 2. Bravery. 3. Passionate. Different memories. Be cautious. Yang Wu looked at the text in front of him, hesitated for a moment, and finally chose a cautious character. Next, lines of text began to appear on the panel in front of Yang Wu. At the age of 24, you passed the quasi-martial artist's actual combat assessment and became a true warrior. After becoming a warrior, you did not choose to enter the wilderness area out of caution, but decided to seek refuge with the Wang family where your boss, Wang Zijin, lived. At the age of 25, relying on the power of the Wang family, you successfully reached the second level of apprenticeship. At the same time, because your friend Luo Feng suddenly became the inspector of the Jiangnan Bay City of the Extreme Martial Arts Hall, your status in the Wang family has been greatly improved. At the age of 26, you practiced hard and broke through to the third level of apprenticeship. However, your friend Luo Feng is suspected to have died, so your status in the Wang family has plummeted. However, because you are cautious and never offend others, you are still safe. However, your various cultivation resources have been greatly reduced, and you still have to complete various tasks assigned by the Wang family. At the age of 27, your friend Luo Feng suddenly returned and became the inspector of the Extreme Martial Arts Gym. With his help, you successfully broke away from the Wang family and became an instructor of the Extreme Martial Arts Gym. At the age of 28, a terrifying monster appeared on the earth. The strong human beings were helpless. When this terrifying monster attacked the Jiangnan Bay City, you were helping the army maintain order on the street. In the end, you were torn apart by a golden light emitted by the monster at will. Broken. Is this the end? After reading it, Yang Wu was speechless. Where is the promised road to eternity? Everything was fine up front, why did he die immediately? In other words, without Goldfinger, would he be killed by the golden horn giant beast in 4 years? Of course, Yang Wu clearly knew the terrifying monster that appeared at the end of the simulator. However, Yang Wu really didn't expect that he would die in its hands. The simulation ends, you can choose one of the following rewards. 1. Martial Arts Cultivation at the age of 28. 2. Martial Arts Insights at the age of 28. 3. Life Experience in Simulation. Chapter 6 Keeping an Appointment. You are listening at MTnovel.audio. When Yang Wu saw these 3 rewards, he finally understood the power of Golden Finger. As long as he chooses one of the rewards, he will immediately have far more strength than he currently has. Yang Wu did not hesitate and immediately chose one. For him now, improving his physical fitness is the most important thing. As his realm improves, he will be able to obtain better results in the subsequent actual combat assessment, so that he can receive better treatment when joining other forces. The next moment, Yang Wu suddenly felt a powerful mysterious force appearing in his body, instantly integrated into every part of his body. With the help of this mysterious force, every cell in Yang Wu's body was undergoing rapid transformation. Physical fitness is also improving rapidly. In the blink of an eye, Yang Wu has become a senior warrior level warrior. Is this a success? Yang Wu waved his fist vigorously, feeling the incredible power contained in his body, and his heart was surging. Advanced warrior level warrior, it's done. At this moment, Yang Wu completely gave up all his previous thoughts. Thigh hug. I am the thigh myself. Yang Wu, who has a golden finger, also wants to experience the excitement of this endless universe. The key is to figure out the starting conditions for this simulator. This was the first question that came to Yang Wu's mind after he calmed down. Only by constantly simulating can he continue to make breakthroughs and become stronger. Thinking of this, Yang Wu began to carefully observe the system panel in front of him, trying to find out the simulation conditions. However, except that the number of simulations became 0, there was no change in the simulator panel. What are the starting conditions for the simulator? Yang Wu thought silently in his heart. Time simulator. Is the starting condition of the simulator time? Yang Wu suddenly realized, but how long does it take to start it? 1 month. As soon as Yang Wu's idea appeared, he got such an answer. 1 month is neither long nor short. The only solution now is to wait silently. Yang Wu thought to himself. At this moment, Yang Wu's communication watch suddenly rang. Picking up the communicator and taking a look at the caller's information, Yang Wu showed a complicated look on his face. After hesitating for a moment, Yang Wu finally answered the call. Brother Wang. The caller was Wang Zijin, the owner of the bar where Yang Wu worked. Oh. Wang Zijin smiled happily on the phone and said, I heard that you passed the martial arts assessment. Congratulations. I have ordered a table of delicious food in the HR Alliance Mall to celebrate for you. Be sure to give me this honor. On the phone at this time, Wang Zijin was more enthusiastic than before, because warriors and ordinary people are completely different classes. After Yang Wu passed the quasi-martial artist examination, he had already stepped into the upper-class society. The Wang family is really powerful. After hearing what Wang Zijin said, Yang Wu thought to himself, you should know that Yang Wu had just passed the quasi-martial artist examination and had not yet received the quasi-martial artist certificate. Moreover, the certificate information was not recorded in the citizen identity information, but Prince Jin, who was just a descendant of the Wang family, soon learned that Yang Wu had passed the examination. Oh! When he received no response, Wang Zijin shouted in confusion, only then did Yang Wu react, HR Alliance Mall, right? No problem. Brother Wang, wait a moment, I'll be there soon. After thinking for a while, Yang Wu decided to go to the banquet. First, although Yang Wu no longer has the idea of joining the Wang family, Prince Jin still treats him well. Secondly, Yang Wu was also curious about what conditions Prince Jin could offer him. Okay, then I'll wait here for you, Wu, to come over. Wang Zijin said politely on the phone. After hanging up the phone, Yang Wu explained to his family and immediately rushed to the HR Alliance Mall for an appointment. In the main urban area of Jiangnan Bay City, there is an 88-story skyscraper. On the wall of this skyscraper are the very dazzling English letters HR. Around the first floor of the skyscraper, there is a beautiful square and the largest fountain in the entire Jiangnan Bay City. Around the square, there are more than 1,000 armed soldiers patrolling, and no outsiders are allowed to step inside. Passers-by passing by looked at this skyscraper with curiosity and envy. In the entire Jiangnan Bay City, most ordinary people have never entered it in their lives. Drop! An electronic voice sounded. Suddenly, the soldiers standing guard and patrolling immediately got out of the way, and a military off-road vehicle with HR printed on the body drove over and stopped at the entrance of the skyscraper lobby. Wow! The driver's door opened, and a middle-aged man with short hair walked out quickly. The middle-aged man walked to the back door, opened the door, and took out a young man with a hideous scar on his face. Mr. Yang Wu, the HR Alliance Mall has arrived, and the boss is waiting for you inside. The middle-aged man said respectfully. Thank you. Yang Wu got off the off-road vehicle and thanked the middle-aged man. If Wang Zijin had not sent someone to pick him up, it would not have been easy for Yang Wu, who had not yet obtained the quasi-martial artist certificate, to enter the HR Alliance Mall. Sir, please come in. The doorman at the door of the skyscraper hall saluted respectfully. Oh, here. As soon as Yang Wu entered the building, he heard Wang Zijin's voice. Yang Wu turned around and saw Wang Zijin approaching with a tall, strong man and an old man with a broken arm. Brother Wang. Yang Wu greeted with a smile. Oh, you're finally here, how are you? It's going well on the way. Wang Zijin said very politely, let's go eat first. Several people quickly came to a box and sat down on the sofa. Oh, let me introduce you. These two are two warriors from my Wang family. This is Su Feiyue, my bodyguard, whom you have known before. And this. Wang Zijin, who was sitting on the sofa, stood up, pointed at the old man with a broken arm and solemnly introduced, this is the famous, one-armed gun demon Lu Dehui, Uncle Lu. Uncle Lu is my father's best friend. A warrior-level warrior. Senior Lu's reputation as the one-armed gun demon has long been heard by me when I was an intermediate student. But I didn't expect that Senior Lu and Uncle Wang are close friends. Yang Wu respectfully hugged the old man with the broken arm. He cupped his fists and said. Chapter 7 Formal Recruitment. You are listening at MTnovel.audio. Yang Wu finally knew why he joined the Wang family during the simulation. It is precisely because of this one-armed gun devil. The one-armed gun demon Lu Dehui was accidentally seriously injured in a wilderness area when he was still a warrior-level warrior and lost his left arm. Without a big background behind him, with warrior-level strength, it is impossible to obtain treasures such as Water of Life. After a martial artist becomes disabled, he or she will generally become a support staff member of his, her force. such as an instructor or instructor in a martial arts gym, but Senior Lu still followed the warrior team into the wilderness area to hunt monsters. If he couldn't join the high-level team, he would join the low-level warrior team. As Lu Dehui continued to go through life and death, his marksmanship reached a professional level and his physical fitness reached the level of a warrior. As a result, he earned the title of One-Armed Gun Demon. The weapon that Yang Wu is good at using is also a long spear. When Yang Wu practices his marksmanship, many of the videos he watches are recorded by Lu Dehui, the middle-level warrior in front of him. After joining the Wang family, I was able to get guidance from such a master. It was no wonder that I in the simulator made such a choice. Haha. Wang Zijin listened to Yang Wu's words and smiled and said, "Oh, I heard that your common weapon is a spear. How about joining the Wang family, and I will definitely ask Uncle Lu to accept you as a disciple and teach you marksmanship." Lu Dehui sat aside and said nothing. Prince Jin had discussed this matter with him long before coming here. Over the years, Wang Zijin's father has helped him a lot, and Lu Dehui really couldn't refuse. What's more, Yang Wu is only 24 years old this year and has already become an official warrior. Lu Dehui was reluctant to accept such a disciple, but he could still accept it. "Brother Wang, I have just passed the quasi-martial arts assessment and have not yet participated in the actual combat assessment." Yang Wu said calmly. Wang Zijin shrugged and smiled slightly. "With a Wookiean strength, it will be easy to pass the actual combat assessment. Now that Uncle Lu is right in front of you, there are not many opportunities like this, that when Yang Wu only had the strength of a senior student, he once defeated 5 thugs with the strength of a senior student in a fight." Therefore, Wang Zijin was very confident that Yang Wu would pass the actual combat assessment. Seeing that he could not change the subject, Yang Wu simply said directly, "Brother Wang, thank you for your kindness. However, I have other plans, so I'm afraid I won't be able to join the Wang family." If you were before the emergence of simulators, it would also be a good choice to learn from Lu Dehui. However, now Yang Wu has only experienced one simulation, and his physical fitness has reached the level of an advanced warrior. Come to think of it, within a few months, I will be stronger than the one-armed gun devil in front of me. At this time, it is not a good choice to worship this person as your teacher. Seeing that Yang Wu rejected Wang Zijin, Su Feiyue, who had been silent all this time, suddenly said loudly, "Yang Wu, Brother Wang is giving you such face, don't be ungrateful." Su Feiyue is Wang Zijin's personal bodyguard and has the strength of an intermediate warrior. Originally, he was a little dissatisfied with Wang Zijin's preferential treatment to Yang Wu, but now he saw that Wang Zijin actually invited the one-armed gun demon in order to win over Yang Wu, and he felt even more jealous. This kind of treatment was something he had never received since joining the Wang family, but Yang Wu refused. Therefore, Su Feiyue was angry and shouted out directly. As soon as Su Feiyue's words came out, Wang Zijin's face instantly dropped. Before Yang Wu could speak, Wang Zijin had already endured his anger and said, "Feiyue, you are drunk, go out and sober up first." "Brother Wang, I." After Su Feiyue entered the box, he sat aside. How could he have time to drink? "Get out first." Wang Zijin's tone became more serious. At this time, Wang Zijin was extremely angry. Yang Wu is his distinguished guest, a new warrior with wide connections and high talent. Now he is spending a lot of effort to win over Yang Wu, just to tie Yang Wu to his chariot. If you didn't succeed this time, you can continue next time. However, Su Feiyue's words offended the other party. However, Su Feiyue was the strongest warrior under his command, so it was not easy to get angry with him directly, so he could only temporarily make the opponent retreat. Seeing this, Su Feiyue could only glare at Yang Wu fiercely, and then walked out of the box. Being scolded by Wang Zijin in front of him made him feel ashamed, but instead of blaming Wang Zijin, he hated Yang Wu. "Brother Wang, look at this." Yang Wu looked at Wang Zijin with a slightly troubled face. "Uncle Lu, Wu, my subordinates are ignorant and made you laugh." After Su Feiyue walked out of the box, Wang Zijin apologized with a smile and continued, "We don't care about him, let's eat first and chat while eating." Lu Dehui sat aside and nodded slightly. Of course he didn't care about these things. He came here just to give face to Prince Jin's father. As for such trivial matters as Su Feiyue, a famous warrior like him would naturally not take it seriously, and Yang Wu would not care about Su Feiyue. Not mentioning the future, just talking about the present, Yang Wu's strength has surpassed his opponent by a lot. With the assistance of the time simulator, even the one-armed gun devil Lu Dehui in front of him was sure to catch up quickly. Therefore, there is really no need for the Wang family to continue joining. However, he will also remember some of Wang Zijin's care in the past 3 years, and just help out when he has the opportunity. Halfway through the meal, Wang Zijin asked solemnly again, "Ah Wu, the treatment given to warriors by our Wang family is one of the best among the 12 major families in Huaxia. In addition to a single-family villa, it also includes 2 million Huaxia startup capital for coins. Both major martial arts schools have a starting capital of 1 million. Even for other families, very few have a starting capital of 2 million. If you join our Wang family, I can make the decision to increase the starting capital from 2 million to 5 million. Moreover, our Wang family is one of the 9 core families of the HR Alliance, and the only one among the 9 core families that belongs to the Huaxia Kingdom. If you join our Wang family, you can rely on the power of the HR Alliance anywhere in the world. The conditions for the Wang family to recruit warriors are that the upper limit of starting capital is 2 million. The extra 3 million will have to be paid for by Wang Zijin himself. Of course, for Wang Zijin, it is still worthwhile to spend 3 million in cash to win over a somewhat talented warrior. 5 million Chinese coins in cash is indeed a lot of money for someone who has just become a warrior. Moreover, given the status of the Wang family in the Huaxia Kingdom, Wang Zijin didn't know what reason Yang Wu would have for refusing. "Brother Wang, the treatment you have given me is indeed very good. However, I have already planned to become a warrior and join an extreme martial arts gym to hone myself in the wilderness area. I am afraid that I will let down your good intentions, Brother Wang." Of course Yang Wu knew that the Wang family was very powerful. In the original work, one of the 2 direct disciples of the Wang family tried to pursue the heroine Su Xian, and the other even attacked Luo Feng's relatives in the base city of Kyoto. But even so, the Wang family was still not greatly affected. However, Yang Wu still rejected Prince Jin. For Yang Wu, who has a golden finger, joining the Wang family has become a constraint. Of course, Yang Wu will not bind himself. Hearing that Yang Wu rejected him again, a trace of disappointment flashed across Wang Zijin's face, but he soon showed a smile. "Well, everyone has their own ambitions. If you don't want to join the Wang family, Wu, I won't force you. But, Wu, if you change your mind, the door of my Wang family will be open for you at any time. No problem." Yang Wu said with a smile and a toast. Sudden, there was a snap. The wine glass in Yang Wu's hand was crushed to pieces by him. The wine glass immediately broke into several pieces and the wine was scattered on the floor. Lu Dehui, who had an indifferent expression next to him, suddenly shrank his pupils. Su Feiyue, who was outside the box, was also startled. He quickly opened the door and walked in. "Brother Wang, are you okay?" "It's okay, you go out first and ask someone to clean it up." Wang Zijin pointed to the debris on the ground and ordered Su Feiyue. "Yes." Su Feiyue glared at Yang Wu fiercely again and walked out of the box. After a while, the broken pieces of the wine glass were taken away by the waiter. "Brother Wang, I'm so sorry today." Yang Wu apologized again. He had just gained powerful power from the time simulator, but he had not yet fully mastered it. "It's just a wine glass, don't worry about it." Wang Zijin waved his hand and said. Chapter 8 Testing Strength. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. After having enough wine and food, Yang Wu planned to say goodbye and leave, but just as he was about to leave, Lu Dehui suddenly asked him to stay. "Young boy from the Yang family." Lu Dehui, who had been silent all the time, suddenly called out to Yang Wu, "If you don't have to join the Wang family, would you like to become my disciple? Although I am only an intermediate general, I have some knowledge of marksmanship. If you become my disciple, I will definitely teach you all my marksmanship." Hearing Lu Dehui's words, Yang Wu had not yet expressed his reaction, but Wang Zijin was already dumbfounded. Lu Dehui's marksmanship is extremely famous in the martial arts circle in Jiangnan Bay City. Otherwise, he would not have been nicknamed the one-armed gun demon. but now, such a famous warrior has taken the initiative to accept disciples without any additional conditions, which is simply unbelievable. As for Lu Dehui, there was some expectation in his heart at this time. Just now Yang Wu crushed the wine glass. Wang Zijin, who was not yet a warrior, did not notice anything, but the experienced Lu Dehui could tell the truth at a glance. Yang Wu's punching power must have exceeded 2,000 kilograms. A person who has just passed the quasi-martial arts examination can reach a strength of 2,000 kilograms. Apart from successfully cultivating genetic energy, is there any other explanation? No. It took less than a day after I passed the test to successfully sense the energy of the universe, and my strength increased by more than 1,000 kilograms. With such a talent, I will definitely be able to reach the level of a warrior in the future. Even the god of war is not without a glimmer of hope. Lu Dehui sighed secretly in his heart. Senior Lu. Yang Wu bowed slightly and said, I'm sorry, I'm going to let down your kindness. As the saying goes, once a teacher, always a father. Of course, Yang Wu would not take someone as his teacher easily. This. Wang Zijin was even more shocked when he heard that Yang Wu rejected the opportunity to become Lu Dehui's disciple. That's a mid-level warrior. If he had a master who was a mid-level warrior, his status in the Wang family would probably be greatly improved. As for Lu Dehui now, it is just his father's connections. After the shock, the thoughtful Wang Zijin realized that there must be something he didn't understand about Yang Wu, otherwise Lu Dehui, a warrior-level warrior, would never take the initiative to recruit a disciple. Oh! Wang Zijin said quickly, Uncle Lu is very famous in the martial arts circle in Jiangnan Base City. Don't worry, even if you become Uncle Lu's disciple, Wang Zijin will never force you to join the Wang family. Although he still didn't know what happened specifically, Wang Zijin decided to win over Yang Wu as much as possible. Brother Wang, how could I not know the name of Senior Lu? However, the matter of apprenticeship is of great importance, so I still have to think about it carefully. As soon as Yang Wu finished speaking, Lu Dehui and Lu Dehui knew that there was no chance of becoming their disciples. After Yang Wu left, only Wang Zijin and Lu Dehui were left in the box. Uncle Lu. Wang Zijin stood up and asked respectfully, you just took the initiative to accept Yang Wu as your disciple. Is there any reason that my nephew doesn't know? Lu Dehui drank the wine in his glass and said slowly, this person has great talent and should be able to reach the level of a warrior in the future. War General level. Wang Zijin said in surprise, Uncle Lu, are you telling the truth? Of course. Lu Dehui nodded slightly. The person who was able to crush that wine glass just now must have exceeded 2,000 kilograms of strength. I have been in the wilderness for so many years, so I still have this kind of eyesight. 2,000 kilograms, doesn't that mean that Yang Wu already has the strength of an intermediate warrior? Wang Zijin asked doubtfully as he walked over to pour Lu Dehui a drink. Although Wang Zijin himself is not talented enough, there are many warriors around him, so he still has a clear understanding of the strength of warrior-level warriors. Yes. Lu Dehui said with certainty, this person should have successfully cultivated his genetic power, and his strength has greatly increased. In less than a day, I was able to successfully sense the energy of the universe. My talent is really good. Lu Dehui sighed, it's a pity that I wanted to accept a disciple, but I was rejected. In fact, Lu Dehui didn't want to accept a disciple. Being able to appear here was entirely for the sake of Wang Zijin's father, so Yang Wu didn't want to join the Wang family. Of course, Lu Dehui would not take the initiative to accept a disciple. But after Yang Wu exposed his talent, Lu Dehui was moved. Geniuses like Yang Wu are usually specially recruited by major forces after the assessment of prospective warriors. He was lucky enough to meet one. He is already old. If he can accept Yang Wu as a disciple and teach him seriously, he will be able to help him a lot when Yang Wu reaches the level of a warrior. After all, the master-disciple relationship is still very strong. It's a pity that his strength did not impress the other party. This. When Wang Zijin heard Lu Dehui's sigh, he felt even more regretful, regretting that he had not shown greater sincerity just now. He just increased his startup capital to 5 million. Which means that he thinks Yang Wu can reach the advanced warrior level in the future, and he also has many familiar warrior friends who can give him a lot of help when the time comes. But for a future general-level warrior, 5 million in cash seems a bit insignificant. Perhaps a warrior at the general level is nothing to the entire Wang family, but to his Prince Jin, it is a very big help. After all, Su Feiyue, the strongest person around him now, only has the strength of an intermediate warrior. It seems that I still have to find a way to win over all. Wang Zijin secretly made up his mind. Lu Dehui saw Wang Zijin's expression and didn't know what he was thinking, so he couldn't help but persuade him. Zijin, this person is very ambitious and you can't win him over. Ambition? Wang Zijin smiled slightly and said confidently, if I can't win you over, don't you still have my father? Could it be that the huge Wang family couldn't tolerate his ambition? Even if he can break through to the warrior level, or even to the war god level, our Wang family can still accommodate him. Although he said this, Wang Zijin didn't think that Yang Wu had a chance to break through to the God of War level. There are only more than 3,000 God of War level warriors in the world with a population of billions. If Yang Wu can break through to the God of War level, given the relationship between the two, even if Yang Wu does not join the Wang family, he, Prince Jin, will benefit a lot. Yangzhou City, Ian District. After Yang Wu left the HR Alliance Mall, he quickly took a bus to the Extreme Martial Arts Gym in Ian District. Brother Yang. Hello, Brother Yang. Along the way, there were a large number of martial arts students. Yang Wu listened to the respectful shouts all the way and entered the third floor of the teaching building. Brother Yang. Yang Wu is here. Yang Wu walked into the hall, and more than a dozen senior students greeted him warmly. In the past, there were people calling Yang Wu Xiao Yang, but today I didn't hear it anymore. Brother Yang, I heard that both you and Madman passed the quasi-martial arts examination. Is it true? A senior student asked curiously. It's just a fluke. Yang Wu said modestly. Brother Yang, you are too humble. Yes, Brother Yang. Please give me some advice when you have time. A group of people surrounded Yang Wu enthusiastically. No problem. Yang Wu said with a smile, actually, I'm only half a step faster. If you work harder, you can pass the test. I have something else to do, so I'll go up first. After Yang Wu finished speaking, he quickly walked towards the stairs on the fourth floor. These people are so enthusiastic. If they stay on the third floor to test their strength, who knows what kind of trouble they will cause. The fourth floor of the teaching building is a place where instructors and teachers often go, and students are not eligible to enter. After hearing Yang Wu's words, a group of senior students quickly moved out of the way and looked at Yang Wu with envy. There is a small room next to the stairs on the fourth floor, and an old man is on duty in it. When the old man saw Yang Wu coming over, he stood up and said with a smile, Yang Wu, you kid has long wanted to go to the fourth floor, and today you finally got your wish. Uncle Lee. Yang Wu saw the old man, bowed slightly and said, I'm going to the fourth floor to test my strength. Go. The old man said with a smile, it's already late now. Instructor Jiang Yan and several teachers have finished teaching and left the martial arts hall. Therefore, Yang Wu was the only one in the huge martial arts training hall on the fourth floor. Looking at the various more advanced training equipment on the fourth floor, Yang Wu was very happy. Test your strength first. Yang Wu's heart moved and he quickly came to the boxing strength testing machine in the corner of the martial arts training hall. Breathe. Yang Wu took a slow breath, boom. With a sound, Yang Wu's right fist hit the target of the boxing strength testing machine hard. The boxing target shook violently. Suddenly, a line of numbers appeared on the screen of the boxing strength testing machine. 6,231 kilograms, generally speaking, 4,000 kilograms is already the bottom line for advanced warrior-level warriors, and 8,000 kilograms is even the bottom line for junior warriors. Of course, this is only a rough numerical standard. Nowadays, strength is not judged by physical fitness, but by the record of killing monsters. After all, physical fitness can only be regarded as a part of strength. Now Yang Wu has the physical fitness of an advanced warrior, but without any actual combat experience, he may not be able to deal with advanced beast-level monsters. It seems that my physical fitness is not as simple as just reaching the advanced warrior level. Looking at the numbers on the screen, Yang Wu felt happy. Test my speed again. Yang Wu walked to the speed test machine, turned on the machine, and then stood on the track. With a sudden force on his legs, Yang Wu shot out like an arrow from a string. In the blink of an eye, he reached the other end of the runway. After stopping, Yang Wu walked to the speed test machine and looked at the number displayed on the screen, 79.4 meters per second. Not bad. Yang Wu was very happy when he saw the test results. Generally, a speed of 60 meters per second is considered to be the bottom line for advanced warrior level warriors, while 90 meters per second is already the bottom line for junior general level warriors. Finally, test the nerve response speed. Yang Wu turned on the neural response testing machine, adjusted it to the advanced warrior level mode, and then walked into the testing room. A minute later, Yang Wu walked out of the testing room and looked at the results on the screen of the neural response testing machine. 60 seconds, hit 17 times, no red light touched, excellent. Strength 6,231 kilograms. Speed 79.4 meters per second. Nervous reaction speed, advanced warrior level, excellent. Such physical fitness can be considered to be in the middle or upper reaches among advanced warrior level warriors. It's just that Yang Wu's physical fitness has now improved to the level of an advanced warrior. In terms of physical strength, marksmanship, and body skills, he is still at his previous level, so things like crushing the wine glass happened before. In the next time, you must completely transform your physical strength into your own strength, otherwise, you will be just a paper tiger with no strength. Yang Wu thought secretly in his heart. After testing his own strength, Yang Wu randomly selected a suitable spear in the weapon room and used it in the hall on the 4th floor. Sweep, thrust, lunge, slant, smash. Yang Wu stood there and slowly performed various basic marksmanship moves. Every move was performed very standardly, just like a textbook. It was precisely because of such a solid foundation that Yang Wu was able to continuously guide Luo Feng in his cultivation. In this way, they practiced until 10 o'clock in the evening, and then Yang Wu returned home. Chapter 9 5 Hearts to Heaven Cultivation Method. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Early the next morning, Yang Wu had breakfast, but did not choose to go to the extreme martial arts gym to practice. This time Yang Wu's physical fitness reached the advanced warrior level, which was a huge improvement. Even Luo Feng in the original work, who had enhanced mental power, only increased his strength by 2,000 kilograms when he successfully cultivated genetic power for the first time. And what about Yang Wu now? Before the genetic energy has been cultivated, the strength has already reached more than 6,000 kilograms. From the time a human being is born to the first time he cultivates genetic energy, there are more than 10 years or more in between. The body has never absorbed the genetic energy, so if the first cultivation is successful, the strength will be improved the most. However, if you can lift hundreds of kilograms at a time, you are considered an ordinary person. If you can lift 2,000 kilograms at a time, you are considered a genius. There are only 1 or 2 such geniuses in a base city a year, but like Yang Wu, who can lift 5 kilograms at a time with more than 1,000 kilograms of monsters, I don't know how long it will take for one to appear. If such a talent were discovered by Jiang Nian, he would definitely be recruited in advance like Luo Feng. But, this is not enough. Yang Wu knew very well that there are many treasures in this world that can improve physical fitness. Pure physical fitness will not attract the attention of the top executives of extreme martial arts gyms. Moreover, Yang Wu is already 24 years old. Generally speaking, the period from 16 to 30 is when a martial artist progresses the fastest. The older you are, the harder it is to make progress. I remember that in the original work, one of the suitors of the heroine Su Xian was Guo Hai. At the age of 22, his strength was about to reach the level of a high-level warrior, but such a genius still did not receive much attention from the Thunder and Lightning Martial Arts School, and Yang Wu, who is now 24 years old, has only reached the advanced warrior level in physical fitness. How much attention can he attract from the extreme martial arts gym? At most, it's just that he was specially recruited in advance. After my next simulation, if I choose martial arts enlightenment, I might be able to become a blockbuster. Yang Wu thought to himself, according to the instructions on the simulator, the next simulation will be a month later, just in time for the actual combat assessment. 5 hearts to the sky cultivation technique. Yang Wu did not intend to go to the martial arts gym when there were many people, and simply started to try to practice genetic energy. He returned to his room, sat on the bed, crossed his feet with the soles of his feet facing upwards, put his hands on his legs with the palms of his feet facing upwards, and straightened his back. It is the most difficult to sense the energy of the universe for the first time. A genius like Luo Feng can sense the energy of the universe in one day. I don't know how long it will take me. Yang Wu was looking forward to it, and then slowly adjusted his breathing, maintaining the posture of 5 hearts pointing to the sky, and slowly sensing the energy of the universe. Suddenly, a flash of realization suddenly appeared in Yang Wu's mind, as if he had cultivated his genetic power countless times. Could it be the time simulator? Although Yang Wu was a little surprised, his body movements were not slow. He immediately adjusted his movements according to the familiar memory in his mind, then closed his eyes, meditated, and silently felt the energy of the universe. Time passed by minute. 5 minutes later, Yang Wu had entered a deep state of meditation. Suddenly, traces of strange energy gradually flowed into Yang Wu's body through the soles of his feet, the palms of his hands and the Baihui point on his head. Is this the energy of the universe? Yang Wu carefully felt the strange energy entering his body. After these invisible and qualityless cosmic energies entered Yang Wu's body, they were crazily devoured by every cell in Yang Wu's body. Subsequently, countless cells continued to grow stronger, and at the same time, Yang Wu's body continued to change under the influence of countless cells. Whether it is the skin on the surface of the body or the bones and muscles inside, they are all getting stronger at a rapid pace. Compared with the previous simulator rewards, this change is very slow, but it is very profound. Yang Wu's bone density continues to increase, his cells continue to divide and become stronger, and his weight is also increasing. Dang, dang, dang. The clock rang at noon, but Yang Wu was still practicing in his room. Fortunately, Yang Wu had informed his parents about his cultivation before, so Yang Yuanda and Lu Yuhua did not call him to eat. Just like that, the time came to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and Yang Wu, who had been sitting cross-legged for a long time, finally opened his eyes. How long have I been practicing? Yang Wu was slightly surprised when he saw the clock on the wall pointed to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yang Wu, who was practicing, couldn't notice the passage of time at all. He didn't expect that it was already the afternoon when the practice was completed. It's past noon, let's go eat first. Yang Wu got up and got out of bed with a thought in his heart. With a click, all Yang Wu's movements came to an abrupt halt. The armrest on the bed was crushed by Yang Wu. How is this going? Throughout last night, Yang Wu was familiar with his own power. Although he was still unable to use his arms and fingers, he would never be in such an uncontrollable situation, but now. Oh, what's wrong with you? Hearing the movement in Yang Wu's room, Lu Yuhua, who was watching TV in the living room, stood up hurriedly, walked quickly to Yang Wu's room, and shouted loudly. Mom, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm practicing, please don't come in yet. Yang Wu shouted quickly. He didn't dare to let Lu Yuhua in. Now he couldn't control his own strength at all. It would be bad if he hurt his mother. Oh, you don't have to work so hard to practice. Our family's life is good enough now. Lu Yuhua stopped in his tracks, but still shouted with concern. Mom, I know. It was just an accident. It will be fine in a moment. Okay. Ah Wu, if something happens to you, just call Mom. Although he stopped, Lu Yuhua was not in the mood to continue watching TV. I got it. After Yang Wu answered his mother, he began to feel his own power carefully. He suddenly discovered that only half a day had passed, but his power was much stronger than before. Could it be that my physical fitness has reached the level of a warrior? Yang Wu was a little unbelievable. He never had high hopes for his own talent. He doesn't have the talent of a spiritual master like Luo Feng. If he successfully cultivates his genetic energy for the first time, it would be good if he could gain hundreds of kilograms. However, if the strength was only increased by hundreds of kilograms, this situation would not occur at all. In desperation, Yang Wu could only carefully adapt to the growth of his power in the room. At night, while instructor Jiang Nian and several other teachers went home to rest, Yang Wu once again came to the training hall on the 4th floor of the martial arts hall. Alone, after a while, looking at the numbers displayed on the boxing strength testing machine, Yang Wu showed uncontrollable excitement on his face. I saw the display clearly showing 9,271 kilograms. 9,000 kilograms, junior warrior. Yang Wu clenched his fists excitedly. Even though he had gained advanced warrior level strength through the simulator, Yang Wu was not so excited. This is because this increase in strength is entirely the result of Yang Wu's own efforts, and is not obtained out of thin air through golden fingers. After a while, Yang Wu, who continued to test his speed and nerve reaction speed, finally calmed down. There's something wrong with the increase in strength. What's the reason? Although Yang Wu believed that he would become a strong man, he was not yet confident that he could gain more than 3,000 kilograms of strength by practicing genetic energy for the first time. Therefore, there must be a reason that Yang Wu doesn't know. Is it because my foundation is higher than other quasi-warriors? Yang Wu finally thought of the crux of the problem. When other warriors practice genetic energy, their punching power is only over 1,000 kilograms, but I am 6 times stronger than them. Naturally, the strength I gain after practicing genetic energy should be more than them. Thinking of the key point, Yang Wu immediately did a mental calculation based on his own thoughts and found that his increased strength based on 1,000 kilograms of boxing power was only more than 500 kilograms. This number is quite consistent with Yang Wu's own talent. If I had known that successful cultivation would increase so much strength, I would have stopped practicing. Yang Wu said to himself. Fortunately, there is no one else on the 4th floor now, otherwise they would definitely despise Yang Wu for being so good at taking advantage. However, what Yang Wu said was true. It turned out that Yang Wu had not fully mastered the strength of a senior warrior level, and now that his physical fitness had reached that of a junior warrior, he didn't know what to do. In the coming time, you will no longer be able to practice your genetic abilities. You must master all your body's power. Yang Wu thought secretly in his heart. Chapter 10 Simulation Again. You are listening at MTnovel. In the following period, Luo Feng was still recruited by the Extreme Martial Arts Gym in advance as before. When he moved, Yang Wu also followed him to take a look. After seeing the luxury of the single-family villa in Mingyue community, for a moment, Yang Wu wanted to show off his strength. Fortunately, Yang Wu held back in the end, but it only took a month. In this way, Yang Wu began to hone his physical strength. After a month, Yang Wu finally mastered the warrior-level power in his body, and the time has come to July 31st. Late that night, the moon hung high in the night sky and the stars were shining brightly. There was silence in Lanta community. Everyone had already rested, but in a room on the 26th floor of a building, Yang Wu, who was originally lying on the bed, suddenly sat up. The time for the simulator has finally arrived. Yang Wu took a deep breath excitedly. Whether we can be a blockbuster tomorrow depends on the results of this simulation. At 12 o'clock in the evening, the number of simulations on the simulator was refreshed. Current number of simulations, 1. Do you want to start the sims now? Yes. Yang Wu immediately ordered in his heart. Suddenly, a line of text appeared again on the simulator panel in front of Yang Wu. The characters in the sims are created by the simulator itself, and the memory is different from that of the host. The host should be careful when operating. Please select the personality of the simulated character. 1. Steady. 2. Greedy. 3. Brave. Why are the options different from last time? And what's this greedy thing about? Looking at the 3 options in front of him, Yang Wu was a little confused. The options have changed, but is it necessary for this greed to appear? No one should choose this. First denying the greedy option, Yang Wu began to hesitate between stability and bravery. Logically speaking, Yang Wu wanted to choose someone who was stable. This steady character should not be much different from the cautious one in the last simulation. However, in the last simulation, the cautious Yang Wu did not choose to go to the wilderness area. Now that Yang Wu wants to improve his combat experience as much as possible, he naturally cannot choose such an option. After thinking again and again, Yang Wu finally chose a brave character. Next, a large amount of text began to appear on the simulator panel. At the age of 24, you passed the quasi-martial artist's actual combat assessment and became a true warrior. In the actual combat assessment, you showed your physical fitness at the junior warrior level. After confirming that you did not use treasures to improve your physical fitness, you were recruited by two major martial arts schools, the HR Alliance and the Chinese military. After careful consideration, you chose the most powerful Chinese military in the motherland and became a member of a special military team with the rank of major. After joining the army, you will follow your special team into and out of the wilderness area many times to perform special missions, and your combat experience will increase rapidly. At the age of 25, you have become an intermediate general. When you encountered a life and death crisis in the wilderness area, your marksmanship reached the professional level and you successfully escaped. At the same time, because your friend Luo Feng suddenly became the inspector of the Jiangnan Bay City of the Extreme Martial Arts Gym, after learning about the relationship between you and Luo Feng, you were sent to the Southeast Military Region by your superiors and became the captain of Luo Feng's personal guard. With Luo Feng's help, your strength has increased rapidly. At the age of 26, your physical fitness has reached that of an advanced warrior, and your physical skills have also improved greatly. However, your friend Luo Feng seems to have died after entering the ruins of an ancient civilization. Later, you were transferred by your superiors and became the captain of a special warrior team. After the Ultimate Martial Arts Hall announced the death of Luo Feng's family was retaliated by Li Yao, a high-level god of war, the Vulture. Luo Feng's younger brother Luo Hua asked you for help, so you asked your friends in the military to help take care of him. You suddenly received a special mission that required you to go to the wilderness area to perform. On the way to the mission, you led your team of special warriors and encountered a mysterious god of war wrapped in a black combat uniform. In order to cover your teammates' escape, you were intercepted by kill with one strike. Dead again? After Yang Wu read it, he began to doubt whether he should make friends with Luo Feng. It was obviously to hug the thigh, but the thigh was not hugged enough, and he was beheaded for it. There is absolutely no need to think about it. The god of war who appeared last in the simulator wearing a jet black combat uniform is definitely the Vulture. Li Yao wearing a black god suit. Yang Wu really didn't expect that he would die faster in this simulation than the last time. However, there have been some gains. Not only has the physical fitness reached the level of a high-level warrior, but his marksmanship and body skills have also improved a lot. Especially the marksmanship, which has even reached the professional level. The battle between life and death is the easiest to break through. Yang Wu sighed as he watched himself in the simulator reach a professional level in marksmanship under a life and death crisis. The simulation ends, you can choose one of the following rewards. 1. Martial arts cultivation at the age of 26. 2. My understanding of martial arts at the age of 26. 3. Life experience in simulation. I choose 2. Although the physical fitness of a senior warrior is very tempting, Yang Wu will definitely not choose it. Yang Wu is now like a young child holding a weapon. Even if he has the physical fitness of a high-level warrior, the weapons in his hands are just sharper. If he cannot master this power, he will not be able to exert much strength. At the moment Yang Wu made his choice, countless combat experiences and combat skills suddenly appeared in his mind. All the various marksmanship and body skills that he had practiced before in his mind were all integrated and reached an incredible height. It's a pity that my body skills are still a little short of reaching the micro level. Moreover, I haven't learned the technique of exerting force in the simulator. Feeling the various martial arts insights he had received, Yang Wu felt slightly regretful. In countless battle memories, Yang Wu once purchased an A-level cheat book in the simulator to practice force-generating techniques, but failed. However, even if I learn the technique of exerting force, it's hard for me to show it now. Warriors attach great importance to the ownership of secret books. If Yang Wu did not purchase the corresponding cheats in reality, but could perform the moves and skills in the cheats, once discovered, he would be jointly arrested by several major forces, because it involves private plagiarism, dissemination of cheats, and infringement of the original author's rights. Ownership. After I sign a contract with the martial arts school, I must buy a powerful cheat book so that I can practice during the simulation. Yang Wu thought secretly in his heart.